Good morning. Happy Friday, everyone. I think it's Friday. I am back today. I had done a video on this yesterday, and I was getting messages that people are having a hard time, some hiccups with the video. So I am making a new one. This is my latest creation. It is in the Etsy shop. I went a little bit out of my comfort zone, and I'm pretty happy with it, I must say. So this is it's about 115 pieces, maybe a couple more, this whole complete set. And what it is just a regular old file folder, excuse me, that I have tea stained, and then I gessoed and did some stamping on it. As you can see on the front here, there's tons of collaging, excuse me, and it's all vintage lace and trim and tatting and buttons and old pieces of jewelry, lots of Tim Holtz metal, all kinds of goodies. So before I go through it, this is my design team project for the old design shop this month, and almost everything in here that is paper is a digital from the old design shop. And at the end of the video, I have all the sets printed out here. At the end of the video, I'll go through each one of these and tell you guys the names of them. And the link to her shop is in the description box below. And thank you, Julie, for all of the wonderful things you make for us. I can't tell you how much I love everything you do, and I appreciate your friendship. So let's get to it. I'm going to move this up real close for a minute so you guys can get a good view of the file folder. And as you can see, there's just layers of some doilies I've cut in half and used in different places. This one's just folded over. There's lace and tatting and more lace and more tatting. There's an applique and a doily there. This piece of lace runs the full length behind everything. This is an image from the old design shop that I've blown up and made a pocket in the front. All right, and then here's the back. Same thing, file folder that I used some gesso and some stamping, and then I decoupaged bits of napkin, and there's my little one-of-a-kind stamp. And then I've got these, let me get this back in frame, these wonderful little clips with kind of an elasticy metal band for holding a pen. So there will be a pen clipped on to these. Maybe, if I can get it back on there now. And I just tuck that right under the lace to hide it. There we go. And it's one of my junk journal shop pens. It says junk journal shop on the side. All right, so there's that. And then in the front pocket of this one, this is one of the cute little tags from the old design shop. This is the real deal vintage photograph. Hopefully I'm in frame. I've moved my camera again. This is just a little piece of a Western Union. And then in here is a vintage letter from 1904. Let me get in there. And this is on, I want to say onion skin, but it's almost even thinner than that. And look at that writing. And there's about 7 or 8 pages. Isn't it yummy? So in the front pocket, you'll have some sort of a vintage letter and a couple of vintage bits. Now, I've got this in the shop, and let me just set these aside real quick. I was gonna make these to order, but it was a pretty time consuming. So I think I'm probably just going to change that to as I make them, I'll put them up like I normally do. If you see this and you don't see one in the shop, or you see something different that you'd like in it, just message me on Etsy and I can get one done for you, no problem. All right, let me move these are my kickstand. Let me move my kickstand out of the way and we'll get to it. All right, so the first thing that you're going to get inside is going to be this mini journal. And it's got a little skeleton clip closure. And it's got one of the Tim Holtz die cut book plates, and I just put the word vintage. And then the cover will be, it won't be this exact one. This is one of a kind. This is one of Rosemary Morris's eco-dyed pages. And then what I've done is I've coated it in beeswax. Isn't it gorgeous? And then I've tucked it full. There's 32 pages of tea-stained paper. And then I've lined the inside with tea-stained paper as well. That's just my note to tell me how many pages. So that's just a little mini blank journal with a 1/4-inch spine. All right, so that's in there. And then in the first little folder, and this is also an image from the old design shop. I've turned it into a little folder. And tucked in this little folder are many, many sets from the old design shop. And these are ATC cards. These are all butterflies with book page in the background. And then, let's see here. Oh, let's see. Let me tell you the names of them as I go through them. How about I do that? All right. So that's what that sheet looks like, and it's called Printable Grungy ATC Size Cards, Butterflies, and Moths. So that's what this one is. And then the next one will be this one, and it's Printable Collage ATC cards. Alright, and these are all, so everything is cut and inked, and this is all done on cream cardstock. Hold on, looks like I got my cards mixed up. So you'll get the full set of each one. Alright, so there's that set. And then the next one, oh, I've cut the name off of this one. Bugger. One moment. Well, leave it to me. Let me just look real quick and I can tell you guys. How about that? This one is called, forgot I made this one a little bit bigger. This one is Rose's Dictionary ATC. And that's also the same image that I've used on the front. I've just blown it up to make the pocket out of. So here are these guys, all different roses, colors, and the dictionary page is for Rosebud, which I think is fantastic. And there's one more of those. See, I told you I got out of sync. And then I've just used some washi here on the pocket. And let me get these guys back in here. And then these little dudes are called Vintage Style Flashcard Storybook. And that's what those look like. Again, these are all printed on cream colored cardstock. And inked. Aren't they gorgeous? Just love them. And, you know, if you're good with Photoshop and whatnot, you can make this stuff bigger, smaller. I love playing around with different sizes. All right, so that's what's in that little folder. And then in the next one, let's see if I can open it. Again, this is another image from the old design shop, and I'll get to that next. And this one is full of tags. There's some washi and some lace there. Let's do this set first. And this is Shabby and Age printable number tags. And there's 2 sheets. Pretty, pretty, right? So cool. And what is so neat about her tags? Let me move this one up really close so you can see. What she's done is she has already put the hole reinforcer on there and, you know, made that part of the image. And so when you punch it, you can just use your standard hole punch there on the hole, and it doesn't leave any white. And I've gotten many digitals where when you punch it, that white part is still bigger, and it drives me crazy. So then I still have to put a hole reinforcer on it. All of these are the standard size, and I just think that is fantastic. And these just have all different numbers and codes and grunginess. These are, I'm going to be addicted to these for a little while. I can tell you that for sure. All right, so there's that set of tags. And then the next set is printable vintage recipe tags. And she's used recipe cards and cookbook pages, and she's made the some of the old vintage tape and put that on them, and I just think those are delightful. So that's what these look like, all cut out and inked and punched. Look at that, isn't that cute? And again, the link to her shop will be down in the description box if you're interested in any of these. Hop on over there and check them out. And the next one is vintage style botanical tags. Super pretty. In the background there's old ledger and receipts, and then she's layered on some botanicals. I think I have them all here. And that's what those look like. And I know there's a lot of you that love Alice in Wonderland. And look at these printable Alice in Wonderland tags she did. They are stunning. And that's what these guys look like. And let me see. Okay. I was checking to make sure I turned the video camera on. I've done that before. Made a whole video and never turned it on. Aren't they cute? All right, so there's the Alice set. And then, I think this might be one of my favorites in this batch, Shabby and Age printable tags. So you've got this page with 6 tags, and then this page. And there's all kinds of different tags. And here they are, all cut out and inked and ready to go. All different colors, all different, they're just marvelous. And I've got them all upside down. Alterations tags. Stock tag, inventory tag, toe tag. So there's those, and that's what's going to come in that little folder. All ready to go, all ready for you to use. That's one of my biggest problems. I'll get done with a journal or something, and then I've got to make the ephemera. So now, this is just another one of those ATC cards blown up. And then I have, look at the name. This one is Vintage Documents. And this, I believe this is a set of 17. It might be 2 different sets, so I'll have to double check that. But I printed them all out. I folded them and inked them. They're all clipped together with one of the little Tim Holtz clips. And they're all just stunning. And these are all printed on parchment paper. But again, you've got all different colors and fonts. You know, all the original pencil and pen and stamps and everything. And these are all either from the early 1900s or the late 1800s. It's amazing how real they look. I just love them. I love them. So yeah, I'm going to be making more of these sets, and I'll make a few like this. If you would like to special order one, just shoot me a message on Etsy. All right. I'll probably do different themes and that kind of thing. I do need to get a couple of journals done soon. And then here's the last one in that set. So like I said, this set has over 115 pieces. And let me get these all stacked back up in some kind of a fashion here. I like the messy look. All right. So there's those. I'm going to show you the folder when it's empty. Right. And the whole thing is stitched around the edge. So there's the folder. And again, there's the front and the back. And then everything can just, and you know, I've got everything sticking out, but you could slide it all right down in there for safekeeping. Oh, there's a little bit of pink chiffon-y stuff. Chiffon-y, that's a word. Sticking out of there. Get everybody tucked back in. There we go. And I think that's going to be it for now. I'll be on later today with some new Etsy restock and some goodies I brought back from Belize. So be watching for that live video. All right. And I hope you guys enjoyed this. Please leave comments down below for any suggestions or ideas you might have. And thank you for watching, and I will see you guys soon. Goodbye, everyone.